Well, anyone who watched Tom Aspinall work in training and during his amateur and early pro career felt like they were looking at a future UFC heavyweight champion. Tom Aspinall has every skill you would want from a big man. Moves exceedingly well. His speed is going to be a real problem in theory for the opposition tonight. And most of these heavyweights just are not as fleet of foot. That says nothing of his grappling game. This is the longtime grappling coach for Team Calvin. He has every skill in his mixed martial arts arsenal. And scary proposition for the rest of the heavyweight division. He ain't getting worse. All right, so with much fanfare, here is Jon Jones back in defense of his UFC heavyweight championship. Remarkable the manner in which he came back from a 3-year layoff. Figures to present an even better version here tonight.
Well, so many people questioned or wondered when Jon Jones would come to heavyweight. When he did, he looked better than he ever has inside the UFC's octagon, winning the heavyweight championship and reasserting himself as the dominant force in mixed martial arts. Jon Jones once again steps into the octagon looking to build on his legacy.
And we don't know how long for this game Jon Jones is, so enjoy him while he is here. We'll see how it goes tonight in this UFC heavyweight championship title defense. Jon Jones steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. And now let's get you our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Tom Aspinall. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones!
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. So here's the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Jones. In nearly every fight, he's going to have a massive reach advantage. So we'll see what he chooses to do here in the early going, if he leans on the grappling or the wrestling. But that reach is a very powerful thing in modern-day mixed martial arts. It's one thing to have a reach advantage. It's another thing to use it as masterfully as Jon Jones has done in the past. Oh, double jab splits the guard. Big, straight left. Nice. Nicely done. Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Well, it didn't take him long to get this fight to the ground.
Great job securing the takedown early, trying to impose his will on his opponent.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Striking pretty well from the bottom here. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of If you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow, you need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Jones is right back to the full mount here.
Big ground and pound. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
All right, feet on the hips here. Aspinall's got his head looking for a guillotine. Oh, that guillotine choke is tough. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Aspinall. Right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten them out and just go for the finish.
Jones is right back to the full mount. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Side control now.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Jones is in half guard. All right, well, this is Jon Jones's wheelhouse right here, the ground and pound. Just a devastating ground striker, and his opponent may not be long for this.
You know, we have seen Jones do this before in his career, where when he gets you down, he is so long that even from your guard, he can land brutal elbows and cause so much damage. That has been the game plan tonight, and you can see that what Jones set out to do, he is accomplishing. They should be very proud, his team in this corner.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Jones. These ground strikes really starting to add up. There's another one. Jones is back in half guard. But at least staying busy on the bottom. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Good work. I'm going to stand this up.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Jones. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now.
Let's fight. Come on.
Oh, I like that kick there. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round.
You cannot take those leg kicks clean like that.
Nice job to get inside and get the single collar tie. Oh, big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he will try to chase down that finish.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, he gets the takedown late in the round here. 15 seconds remain in the round. Aspinall's in half guard. Second round, straight ahead.
Take a deep breath. Nice job out there. He's exhausted. Your ground control is unstoppable. Whatever you want to do down there, you can do.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready? You ready?
Second round here. All right, so the next round is underway. Will it be more of the same? And by that, I mean all of those strikes to the body. You got to think at some point the opposition is going to lower that guard or get finished.
And that's exactly what he is hoping for. All those great body shots, all that damage he puts on his opponent will force an opening up top where he will look to finish.
Oh, nice. Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
And back to his feet. Oh, big left hand.
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar.
And he lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. And oh, the submission defense holds up, he gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Jones is able to make a nice transition there, back into side control.
What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big, explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
Good work from the top here by Jones. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. Oh, nice.
Jones is back to the north-south position now. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Jones is back in full mount. Side control. Under 2 minutes here to go, round two. Oh, pinpoint ground strike by him there, and that one opened up a cut.
He's a big shot, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Aspinall's in half guard now. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, there's some good ground and pound here, and some swelling has now been caused on his opponent. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Stop. 10 minutes in the books.
Stop, stop, stop.
All right, that's steps. Don't worry about the cut. You're fine. It's a little bit of blood, not a big deal, not going to stop the fight. Whatever you want you thinking about that. Refocus. Let's get our mind right.
All right, so there is the horn. That means the round is over. We nearly had a finish due to a submission, but I think you got to give credit to both the offense and the defense there.
Yeah, you got to give credit to both guys, but nothing's more beautiful than an extended grappling exchange like we just witnessed. One guy almost submitted, one guy escaping. It's one of the most exciting things you can watch in all of mixed martial arts.
Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. So with that, our next round is underway. It looked like maybe we wouldn't get here. There was a close attempt on a submission in the previous round, but the fighter lives to fight another round.
It was very, very close. If it's me and I'm his coach, I'm telling him. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again. Man has his chin been tested early.
Oh, nice kick.
Jones gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. Whiffs on the right hand.
Ooh, another shot to the head.
All right, you see his high-level footwork here, maybe trying to set up that hook shot again, potentially.
You could tell, John, he's setting a trap. He's trying to walk his opponent back into his hook side. His big, powerful.
He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here. Visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
Short elbows.
That was nice.
Well, he is really seeing things well offensively here tonight, and he's caused a lot of swelling there on his opponent.
You got to address this now because it's only going to get worse. Your opponent is not going to let you off the hook. You've got to move. You've got to change something to try to deter him from going to that spot.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
Oh, he locks up the triangle now, DC. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
Oh, it looks like the end of the fight. It looks like this one is about done. This guy is a triangle expert. He got it.
Oh, big shots here. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
That was a slick transition.
Jones is back in full mount. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
In the half guard.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Jones. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Aspinall's in his guard here. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. And there you go, again, half guard.
Yet again, rinse and repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance now.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because this swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory.
Jones is right back to the full mount here.
Yep, gotta be very careful there.
He's having his way with him here. Oh, this is getting kind of hard to watch, right? He targets the cut and lands a strike right on it. Ground and pound strike there now. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Aspinall's in half guard. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. see if he can advance position.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books.
He's close to knocking this guy out. Expect him to come out now. I want to take this fight to the ground.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. 4th round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing.
Jones going for the leg kick. He does not connect.
All right, breathe and relax, man. Breathe and relax, okay? Let's work on setting that up a little bit better this time.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Well, as soon as he goes with that high guard, he pays for it to the body. You see the bruises really starting to accumulate now.
In the beginning of the fight, you think, I got to protect my
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Beautiful level change.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Aspinall's in half guard.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Nice.
Aspinall's eye does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues. Still plenty of time with which to work here, round 4. And now he's got the back. Aspinall's in half guard. Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Aspinall. Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Well, he continues to offer up the kick here, but just misses with that one. Just over 2 minutes to go. Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Aspinall's right back to the full mount.
Let's go. I need some posture now.
45 seconds remain in the round. Jones is in half guard now.
Beautiful transition.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Aspinall. Oh, man. I mean, how much can one man take? He certainly doesn't look like he did when he walked out here just a few moments ago.
He's almost unrecognizable. He's
Armbar set up here.
nice setup on that armbar. He's got it isolated.
Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now.
Very smart. You got to keep position over submission.
20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so a high-level round there for him. We'll show you some of the action here, and you got to think the knockdown is going to be featured prominently here. Thought he might have had him out of there.
He thought he had him, but the guy's tough. The guy's durable. He has a fantastic chin, but he just needs to stay the course. He does not need to be discouraged. Think about this. You're winning, and you're winning going away. That was just a moment. Keep going in the same direction, and you will get the finish that you want so bad.
Oh, nice jab by Johnny Bone.
Sets up that leg kick beautifully.
He's out! John Jones with a massive highlight at the Garden.
Oh, boy.
All right, here one more time. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 20 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, John Bones Jones!
All right, so John Jones back on the proving ground here tonight and adding to his appreciable legacy as he gets it done by knockout.
He did a great job of setting up his strikes that ultimately led to him finding one that ends the night. John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Part of it is due to his mind. Tonight, his mind was on full display as he set the traps he needed in order to get this knockout victory.
And if you were listening to what he was saying during fight week, he essentially called his shot, predicted the knockout. No TKO tonight. It is Johnny Bones Jones by KO.